G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Today is Wednesday, July 13, 2022. In this video, we'll be providing an update on the price of gold, oil and iron ore. We also look at the performance of our CCI350, the Commodity Channel Index 350 trading strategy, and applying a percentage gain and average down approach. But first, the legal stuff. We're not offering financial advice, but rather it's an educational series to help you make better trading decisions. First, let's look at the price chart for gold. Now I'm going to apply I've got some support and resistance lines here. Now to help support those, I'm also going to apply some Fibonacci levels, just to sort of anticipate where the price may go. So I'm going to draw a Fibonacci retracement from that low to that high. You can see there, the price has bounced off a few times off that 38% Fibonacci retracement. Now to look at even deeper, let's look at the more recent history. I'll draw another Fibonacci from that low to that high and see what happens in the short term. Now you'll notice a couple of things. The price bounced off, went upwards a bit and bounced off the 23% extension, if you like. Then it came back and it sort of helped level off near this 68% on this smaller range. And that coincides with the bigger range 23% retracement. So it bounced off there a few times, bounced down towards this 38% in the larger range, and that's where we drew our 100% retracement. You'll see there it broke through the 61%, and now it's coming down towards the 100% retracement level of the bigger range. And we're not in a position to buy anything at this point, but that's just looking, it's about halfway down towards that support level. In terms of the CCI350 strategy we trade, this is looking back over the last few years. Each of these steps indicates how many times we entered the trade, how many contracts we entered. So we entered one contract there and exited, entered one contract, entered another contract, and then exited there. So it's the entry, average down, and exit. Entry and exit. And this is the price chart down here. You can see the arrows for this particular trade. Back there historically, we entered one there, and the reason we enter there is when the CCI350, and down here we've got the CCI350 with a moving average 20 applied to that to smooth it out a bit. And you just scroll down a bit so you can see a bit more what it looks like. So the fine line is the CCI350 and the solid line is the moving average of that finer line, the moving average 20. So if you look at it here in the more recent trade, the CCI350 moving average 20 broke above zero and we entered the trade. The price went sideways for a while, then it finally appreciated. Part of our exit strategy is it must have gained at least a 5% gain. And when the CCI350 then starts breaking down, which it did there, we exit out. You'll notice also, this is a 4-hour chart compared to the previous chart was a daily chart. I'll go through each of these on a daily to show you the Fibonacci's, and I'll go through also the 4-hour chart for the CCI350 trading strategy. But again, similar to our daily chart, you'll see here the price is approaching this key support area before we look at any potential entry back into the market. And again, the entry point of back into the market is when the CCI350 moving average 20 breaks above the zero. This is now looking at the iron ore price. You can see here on the daily chart, let's draw a Fibonacci retracement on this one, going from that high to that low. So you can see there that 50% retracement coincides with that support line, which was on the chart previously, and it bounced off that a couple of times, and it's come back down beyond the 23% retracement. To look at a more finer analysis using Fibonacci, so let's draw a line from there to there. You can see there, it's come back and rested upon that support line, and that's at the 61% retracement level of the Fibonacci. Now let's look at the 4-hour chart on iron ore. This is what we've done in terms of trades in the last couple of years. So back here we had a trade entered when the CCI350 moving average 20 broke above zero. We entered the trade and we exited when a 5% gain was made, and the CCI350 moving average 20 started turning down, so we exit the trade. Another trade there, CCI350 made, we exited the trade. Lastly, we entered our most recent trade beginning middle of 2021. Entered one contract there. Price dropped quite significantly, went against us, but also note the CCI350 broke below zero. No entry point at this point until there. That's well beyond 5% reduction. CCI350 breaks above the zero line. We enter our second contract there. So although we're down on our profitability, we hang on and see what's happening. It's bouncing off this support line. Let's keep an eye on it and see what happens in the coming days and weeks. Lastly, let's look at the US crude oil price. And again, this is a fairly long view on a daily chart, going back to 1994. So we'll draw a Fibonacci retracement from that low there to the high. You can see there that support, that key support line coincides with 50% retracement of that pricing, and it started moving up and down, then it broke below that. So let's see what happens more specifically when we drill down into the finer. Let's draw a Fibonacci, just getting the tool. So let's do it from that low there. Actually, I won't do it from there. We'll do it from that low there to that point. So you can see there, very simply, it's broken down. The price is broken up and it's broken down close to the 23% Fibonacci. Not exactly on it, but close to it. So let's do another retracement on the Fibonacci on the lower levels and see what that looks like. So again, from that low there to that high, that is 50%. So it's bounced off the 50% retracement quite nicely a few times, and it's just broken below, but it's struggling to make it above. So let's see, keep an eye on it in the coming days and how that performs if it'll get any lower. Let's look at the 4-hour chart for crude oil. You can see here, the longest trade was made back here in July 2019. There was a contract entered there, into the second contract. Again, remember the entry rules is when the CCI350 moving average 20 breaks above zero. We closed out with a small profit there. Another single trade made there, exit, single trade, exit, single trade, exit, and so on. We currently got open a position, entered a trade there when the CCI350 broke above zero. Then the price moved against us, and again, it's bouncing off this key support area. So on a very drill down on it, you'll see there it's again struggling to break above that key support. It may continue downwards, so we'll have to wait and see what that CCI350 does. And before we enter any more trades, we need to see it break above that zero line. If you want to support my channel, go to the Patreon site and type in Pete's Investing. And support the channel. The link is in the description below. I can talk to you there with any questions you may have. I'd really appreciate any support to help grow the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell to get all the updates to the channel. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.